Hello everybody, I am Attila Tanner. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to a brand new video of Next Stock. So if you're new to this channel, I want to explain a little bit how it works. So every 2 weeks the intention is to get a new video out, and during those 2 weeks I gather as much information as I can from the quarterly results of the companies we are following. Those information is then entered into a computer program of mine, and with the press of a button I will get the top results, top 3 companies for value, dividend, growth and Pricey stocks for US and for Canada. And those 24 companies are presented here. Then we are comparing also with the last report and then seeing if anybody dropped out or not. Before starting with that reporting, I want to have a segment of highlights, meaning some companies that are not mentioned in those 24 companies, but are kind of interesting to mention where they are. So I start usually with that. So let's start with the highlights. 4 companies to be presented here. Morgan Stanley did their reporting, and their year-over-year growth was 53%. My new target for them is $118, which is 20% higher than where we are trading last. Netflix reported, and their stock price went down following the report. Their year-over-year growth was 16%. My new target rate for them is $605, which is still a 52% gain from current position. TSM, which is the Taiwan Semiconductor manufacturing company, they had a year-over-year growth of 23%, and my new target for them is $145, which is 16% higher than where they are trading now. Citigroup reported as well, and their year-over-year growth is 1%. My target rate for them is $73, which is 15% higher than where we are at the moment. All right, that's the highlights. Let's go into the regular reporting. We're going to start with the US stock, and we're going to start with the value stocks in the US. Here we are looking at the high market cap companies with low price to earnings. So those companies are actually making money. JP Morgan is number 1. They did the report, and their year-over-year growth was 1%. Bank of America is number 2, and Pfizer is number 3. The dividend in the US is unchanged. Petro China is number 1, AT&T is number 2, and China Petroleum and Cameco Corporation is number 3. The growth in the US are also unchanged. Moderna is number 1, Vroom is number 2, and C3AI is number 3. C3AI has a star, which means their price to sales ratio is high, so be a bit careful with them. Here we are comparing sales growth year over year with stock price growth year over year, and we are also, if the sales are going stronger than the stock price, they will be listed here. We compare, of course, with the latest stock price at the moment. The prices stocks in the US market has one change. Ford is number 1, General Motors is number 2, Nokia enters the list as spot number 3. This year-over-year growth was 1%, while the stock price went up 39%. Wells Fargo, who was in the list before, drops down from this list. All right, that completes the US market. Let's go into the Canadian market. We start with the value stocks there, and it's dominated by the Canadian banks. Royalbank is number 1, TD Bank is number 2, and Bank of Nova Scotia is number 3. Dividends in Canada are also unchanged. Enbridge is number 1, Pembina Pipeline is number 2, and TC Energy is number 3. Growth stocks in the Canadian market, here we have one change. Lightspeed is still number 1, Air Canada is number 2, Curaleaf is a newcomer in spot number 3. So their sales growth was 56%. The stock price went up similar, 59%, but lately the stock price has gone down, so that's the reason they entered the list. Algonquin Power and Utilities was in the list before they dropped out from this list. Many of those companies will report for next video, so we shall see if they're still in the list then. All right, the pricey ones in the Canadian market, here we have some changes. Shaw Communication is now the new number 1. Cameco Corporation drops down to spot number 2, and TD Bank enters the list as spot number 3. So their sales declined year over year 8%, while the stock price went up incredible 53%. So Loblaw, who was on the list, drops out from this list. TD Bank and others will report also, so we shall see if they're still pricey when next report comes. Alright, this completes the report for this time. So if you like those videos, please like them and please subscribe as well so you don't miss out on the next one. And if you have any comments, please enter them below and I will try to answer them before making any investment decision. Gather as much information as you can. Maybe look at the quarterly results if you wish. Otherwise, you can watch my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.